Okay, so here's yet another way of creating a tiny product that makes a big difference in your life in a pretty simple and sequential stepwise way. So step number one, we're going to create a Q&A oriented product. These are, without a question, the easiest products, the most ethical products, and the easiest way of actually communicating your own experience or expertise in a genuine and authentic way to your audience. So the first step is we go to answerthepublic.com and we generate a free list of questions that people are asking in our niche, market, vertical, industry, or area of expertise. And the key here, to me anyway, is getting questions that you can answer extemporaneously without any prep, right? You don't want to do lots of research. You simply want to be able to record stuff like I'm doing right here that is not templated, it's not scripted. I'm just looking at a list that I created and just kind of riffing on that. So the next step, again, which you're actually hearing an example of here, is you are going to record yourself just like this, answering the questions that you generated from answerthepublic.com. The kind of more sophisticated way of doing this, which I'd prefer if I had more friends, which would be have someone ask you the questions, right? I mean, so, ideally you can, have an interlocutor asking you questions that you're answering, which gives your, Q&A content a more interactive and a more, sort of natural feel, rather than what I'm doing here, which is just talking into my iPhone and recording myself speaking. But you don't need to do that. And certainly, there are other risks that you run when you incorporate somebody else into the mix, which I've learned, from my own experience, happens kind of frequently. But the other piece of that is there's a great app, and it's called Tape a Call. And it allows you, there's probably lots of apps that do this. That's one that I've used. That's pretty easy. It's really affordable, and they have a free trial as well. You can get it in the App Store, and it allows you actually to call, and it will record and transcribe your content. So step number 4 is transcribe the audio file, right? As we just described, you actually want to, you may want to clean it up. Some of the apps that do transcription are better or worse. I now use something called AudioPen, which I love, but I also use Noted, which is another app that you can download from the App Store. That's it's not free, but it's really inexpensive. I think it's like $3 a month or something. But it will actually take an audio like this one here, and it will transcribe it, which I can then include as an extra PDF with my product. And the other thing is you can also do this for books. If you're writing books, tiny books that are easy to create, that are quick to create, using an app like that actually gives you a transcription. If you don't like to write, but you are a decent speaker, that's a great way of self-publishing tiny books on Amazon, or even longer books on Amazon that are predicated on your words, your spoken word, rather than the written word, which I know is a different skill set and many people struggle with. All right, the next step is simply to beautify your text, right? So what I do is generally upload this kind of thing to Canva, which I love, and I will just create a really nice looking PDF from Canva around the text. But Noted, the app I mentioned before, will also do that. It's not quite as elegant looking. They don't have stylistic options like Canva, but you can create something that looks great, using nice fonts and adding some, images to your transcription, and it actually can look really, really good. The other little bonus steps here are optional, but you can create slides, let's say, of your Q&A content and share them as, like on Instagram or otherwise, or on Twitter, or whatever your social media platform flavor of choices. I prefer Twitter over just about anything, and I don't really do a lot of social media. But you can also create teaser audios that I really find super effective using something called Simplecast. Simplecast is it's a podcast hosting company, but they have this feature called Recast, which allows you to record 30, 60, or 90-second, kind of like, what's the right word? Teaser audios, I guess, or, there's a better word that I'm just missing, but they look great. They're really, really easy to create, and you can post them on YouTube. You can post them on Twitter. You can post them on Instagram, anywhere, actually. I've posted them on TikTok, on Facebook, etc. And I don't really use a lot of social media, but when I've done that, it's actually been surprisingly effective. And they have this nice kind of appearance, and it's actually free. There's a way of doing this for free that I'll share. I don't want to share it publicly because it's sort of a kind of like a hack that probably Simplecast wouldn't appreciate someone sharing publicly. But I don't pay for Simplecast, and I'm able to do these really regularly, and you can see some of these on my YouTube channel as well. They are generally, formatted, and they will have actually like a podcast sort of look to them. And so check that out if you're interested in doing that. And you can also include that Simplecast or that what they call a recast in the product itself, and you're done. And then it's just a matter of iterating, rinsing, repeating, critiquing, tweaking, and just optimizing and improving this whole process. And you can literally have a ton of tiny products ready for sale in a short weekend, just like this. This actually, what I'm recording right now, is going to be a tiny product with a PDF, with an infographic that I will be posting to Gumroad and our LMS later today. And I'll also be sharing this for free or the audio piece of this for free on YouTube as well. So, you don't have to do that piece either, but, there you have it. If you are interested in joining our Tiny Revolution product lab, where we create tiny products just like this using a whole bunch of ethical, easy, transparent, and pretty, simple step-by-step processes like this, feel free to sign up below. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. I appreciate you listening, and have a wonderful day.